Serious allegations have emerged surrounding the US SEC and Ethereum, leading some key players to assert that the agency might not take Ripple to trial to avoid exposure of its past dealings. By the way, will the XRP price rise or decline in the short term? Finally, how could XRP facilitate remittances between the US and Japan? Stick with me till the end to find out more. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 30th of September. The accusations come from Steven Nerayoff, a prominent crypto community figure and an early Ethereum advisor. Nerayoff's comments have triggered the attention of the broader community, eliciting speculation about the impact of further revelations. As a result, industry figures like Yasin Mubarak, founder of Dizzer Capital, suggest that the SEC may never take Ripple and its top executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, to trial. Mubarak believes the agency would want to avoid trial to keep these secrets hidden. According to him, if the regulatory watchdog proceeds to trial in its case against Ripple, the firm could invite Nerayoff to shed more light on his allegations, potentially exposing secret dealings that could incriminate the agency. The heart of these allegations lies in the SEC's past engagements and historical entanglement with Ethereum, especially during Ethereum's initial coin offering phase. Nerayoff hinted at potential corruption within the SEC, challenges in identifying true Ethereum ICO buyers, and even personal persecution. Though vague, the revelations have already raised questions about the SEC's credibility. One of the critical points revolves around the integrity of the current SEC leadership. Nerayoff made comparisons with former SEC Chair Joe Grunfeld. This raised concerns about whether the agency upholds the same standards it once advocated. Furthermore, Nerayoff claimed it's challenging to identify the number of investors that participated in the Ethereum ICO, fueling speculations that some whales might be concealing their true positions. This revelation raises significant questions about the transparency of the ICO process and the potential implications for Ethereum. Another serious accusation revolves around potential terms of service violations by Ethereum during the ICO phase. The implications of such violations could have far-reaching consequences for the project. Nerayoff's allegations further suggest that Ethereum might have been aware of certain entities holding substantial amounts of Ether, hinting at a concentration of Ethereum holdings among a select few. This challenges the principles of decentralization. It bears mentioning that former SEC official Bill Hinman, in his infamous June 2018 speech, suggested that Ethereum should not be classified as a security because it has attained sufficient decentralization. Furthermore, Nerayoff also claims that he was personally targeted and discredited by the SEC in conjunction with the Department of Justice and the FBI. However, he points out that the charges against him were eventually dismissed based on government documents. Recall that pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton previously called attention to how the FBI dropped its case against Nerayoff. The government had charged him in 2019 for alleged extortion. However, they withdrew the case in May 2023. Responding to the incident, Deaton questioned why the government would go through the trouble of getting an indictment to withdraw the case later on. The attorney speculated that Nerayoff's previous allegations against the government could be factual. While captivating, Nerayoff's latest accusations against the SEC and Ethereum are vague, giving room for interpretations. When a community figure sought clarification, his lawyer stressed that the necessary facts would come out at the opportune time. Given that more secrets surrounding the SEC and Ethereum could come to light, industry players believe the agency might not want to push for a trial in the Ripple lawsuit. Recall that the judge presiding over the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit recently ruled that most of Ripple's XRP sales did not constitute securities offerings except sales to institutional clients. This ruling delivered both Ripple and the SEC partial victories. However, the SEC has expressed its intention to appeal the part of the ruling it lost, signaling a determination to sustain its legal action against Ripple further. Furthermore, since the Ripple lawsuit win in July, when the price of XRP increased by more than 90%, the altcoin has declined. Egreg, a popular crypto chartist on X, has highlighted that the XRP price has been trading under a descending trend line. In the chart shared, the XRP price fell under the descending trend line on August 17th. Since then, XRP has made 3 attempts to break above, but descending trend line A has strongly resisted the altcoin. Each rejection at the descending trend line A has been met with significant corrections to lower levels. However, XRP is now at a critical level, trading on the trend line at a price of 49 cents. Egreg has shared 2 possible scenarios for XRP in the short term. Firstly, another downtrend should be expected if XRP gets rejected at this resistance once again. If this happens, a price drop towards the 43 cents level should be expected. If the XRP bulls succeed in pushing the price of the coin above the descending trend line of resistance, a rally will ensue. According to the chart, a short-term bull market for XRP will see its price increase to the descending trend line B or the 0.382 Fibonacci level at a price of 59 cents. Currently, XRP trades at 49 cents, dropping by 0.41% over the last 24 hours. This is significant as the global crypto market is marginally bullish today, increasing by 0.45% according to CoinMarketCap. The 200-day moving average, MA, also confirms significant bearish pressure for XRP. The XRP price has failed multiple times to break above the 200-day MA and 50-day MA, solidifying this resistance level. In addition, the Relative Strength Index, RSI, of XRP also favors the bears as it remains under 50. If the price of XRP fails to break above the 50 cents resistance, then a drop to 43 cents is the more probable scenario. While the short-term outlook of XRP looks bearish, Egreg remains bullish about the long-term potential of XRP. According to the crypto chartist, XRP will outperform other crypto assets in the upcoming bull market. Now to the big question of the day: how can XRP facilitate remittances between the US and Japan? Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Ingrid, a US-based software engineer, has made a live demonstration comparing the cross-border payment processes of blockchain-based payment firm Ripple and the traditional settlement provider SWIFT. Taking to X, the developer, known for his pro-XRP stance, posted the clip demonstration. He particularly compared sending funds between financial institutions in the United States and Japan using the solutions of Ripple and SWIFT. Ingrid aimed to showcase XRP as a game-changer digital asset in the cross-border payment landscape. According to the clip, the SWIFT system finds a link between the source and destination banks once the sender's bank initiates the transactions. It does this process by 2 correspondent banks. In particular, the sender's bank moves the fund to its dedicated correspondent bank, attracting a fee. The sender's correspondent then moves the money to the receiver's correspondent, attracting another fee. Meanwhile, the clip indicated that the link between the 2 correspondent banks also takes a fee. The final lap of the fund movement sees the destination bank receiving the money with at least 3 rounds of charges. On the other hand, the software engineer demonstrated the process for Ripple using 2 scenarios. They involve using RippleNet X Current with and without XRP. In the first case, the sending bank merely connects to RippleNet X Current. This method allows for real-time communication between all the parties involved in the transactions. In other words, the sender's bank, sender's correspondent, receiver's correspondent, and receiver's bank communicate simultaneously, processing the funds instantly without delay. Notably, the process also attracts multiple charges. Meanwhile, according to the clip, using XRP and RippleNet for the same procedure attracts only a fraction of the cost. The sender's bank transfers the funds using XRP from its account in real time. Passing through Ripple, the receiver's bank gets the sent XRP. Upon receipt, it connects to a local third-party liquidity provider to exchange the XRP for the desired local currency. While Ingrid's clip was a demonstration using XRP, such a process already happens in Asia. Specifically, it was reported that Japan payment giant SBI commenced remittances between Vietnam, the Philippines, and Indonesia using XRP. According to the report, Ripple partner Trenglo will facilitate the exchange of XRP to local currencies. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.